As you all know, we are gathered here today because of the death of another one of our YBs, and I am forced to reshuffle the cabinet. These are hard times. Now, we shall commence our reshuffling.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Kill, okay, it's an indie, so first of all, the budget is very low. And basically, the movie has a very interesting plot. It's about Kill, or Akil. He's suicidal, which will be explained why in the movie. But he just couldn't do it himself. So one day he found an agency who can do stuff, do the job for him. But then he got into a contract where he was supposed to be murdered anonymously. But then things changed when he met a girl. So it gets interesting from there. I think because one of it because when I met the director and the artistic director and the scriptwriters and all that, I thought like it's a very interesting project. It's not one of those commercialized mainstream where it's all about the money. It is all about trying to come up with a first project for everyone. And and I heard that the second part is the story is interesting. And finally, then I heard that they've got pretty good. They've got their act together. So it'd be interesting to see the results of this. Because if it's a first time experience for most of the crews, in fact. So yeah, it's a learning experience. It's not one. It's pretty different than the other. Stuff that I've done. It's okay. Theatre is acting to the audiences. Film, you act to a screen. So there's difference in both how you approach the craft itself. So which means that for instance, on stage, you just need to be very defined on what you do, which means that you need to be aware of the stage. If the stage is big, the hall is big, then you need to be bigger. To put it crudely, that's very amateurish for me to say that, but to put it very crudely, it's like that. But with working on screen, which means that you can be a bit more detailed in your craft, which means that you don't have to be big, you just have to know what you need to do, where the camera is, and just try and stay close to the text as close as possible. Differently. Kill gave me a different sort of satisfaction. Theatre, the gratification is very it's immediate, so to show your friends and blah. But because Kill, what I like about it is the fact that I get involved in the pre-pro, post-production as well. I get to see the offline edits, and I get to give my opinions on that. So I think the whole process is something that I brought back. Project Disco Baldi is the brainchild of three of the members, four actually. Basically, after a while, we've seen stuff on stage, sketch comedies. But then we thought we have a different direction with comedy, with what comedy means. We don't want to say that ours is funny or is the definition of funny, but the most important part is what the ensemble think is funny is unanimous in a sense. We think the same. So what we think is funny to us. It's not like I think it's funny. So that's one thing. And second part is and they are all very. It's very inspiring to work with them. So Project Disco Baldi is all about having fun on stage and also trying to explore new stuff. Because I think sketch comedies in Malaysia, after a while, I mean, since the last ICT and all that, I've never seen anything that is as good. So I think there's a vacuum in that space. It was surprising because yeah, a lot of the so-called veterans or the senior, they said it was good. So, but when we staged it, we weren't really sure of it because because it was our first real serious stage performance by ourselves, and a lot of things didn't go perfectly as planned. But we were happy because at least they got our jokes, so and they laughed. And because to us the most important part is actually to because you charge tickets, right? So the most important part is to actually to get the audiences to share with the performers what fun is supposed to be in the show, which means that some comedy show can be a bit more of an indulgence because maybe the writers want to try what if we test the audience whether or not they get the jokes and all that. But we are not all about that. We just want to present what we think as funny, as honest as possible. If it's not, then maybe we just don't have the same wavelength. We're just not trying to be intelligent. And I think that sort of formula works because someone came up to us and said the comedy wasn't pretentious. So I thought like, well, that's pretty awesome. Okay, we've had a meeting recently. We had stuff lined up next year. I think Project Disco Baldi is one of them, and we have a big, a full-length play. I mean, I wrote a play a couple of years back, and we probably want to stage that as well. And we've lined up a few workshops, and the improv group, the Aya, is part of Playground Productions now, so they will have their own performance. And also we are thinking to work closely with guys who did Kill, so we might roll another movie next year. So interesting stuff. Good is the fact that I met the right people. I think being in the theatre is all about meeting the right sort of group of friends that you can work with. I think that has been the best part of this. My closest friends right now, which you are part of, have been very awesome, and I'm very privileged to know these kind of people. The bad part of it is knowing bad people. Like theatre can get tiring sometimes. Like everyone has their own opinions and they want to impose it on you. So because that's why I think in theatre the only objective is you charge tickets. That's it. If you don't charge tickets, then you can go. So the audiences can have various reviews of your stuff, but what matters is the opinion of people that matters to you. So which means that these so-called people who are tiring that I've met along the way, they kept pulling you down and all that. But yeah, I think after a while I know how to handle them. No, I can. I've had bad reviews before. Of course, I get emotional sometimes when you are attached to it. But the only thing you can do is actually just respect what the review says about you, and of course you bitch with your friends. But you don't go as far as going up to the reviewer and say, "Oh, you're wrong." I mean, of course, there's no right or wrong because. How can you put something, it's a show. There's no right or wrong. What's more important is the fact that I know what I did and I had a reason why I did it. And if he thinks that it's not, aesthetically pleasing or not, I mean, I get usually I get very irritated with people who commented who gives reviews in a sense that they will comment on, oh, there's not enough depth, or there's not enough touch on the social blah 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 in Malaysia. I get very irked by that because I think sometimes stuff that we've done, they are those things. It's just that they didn't get it, and they went out and went out and rant about it, and I just don't think it's fair sometimes. So that sort of thing just sometimes get me emotional. And of course, they need to remember that it's the brand of our shows. Sometimes like that, because especially me, when I write, I can write about a lot of things that, you know, what I like about. Like, I can indulge in what I like about, but there's no use of that because I'm charging tickets and people come and watch my show and they don't even understand what I'm. You know, that's not fair. And in a bigger picture, how do you get people to watch plays? Because nowadays the notion that you have when you want people to watch plays is that, oh, I don't understand stuff like that. So you want to make it accessible. So, but you have these so-called high on their own pedestals kind of reviewers who think that they're more intelligent than the. Yeah, but yeah, I get emotional when I face that sort of reviewer. But you know, but it's their right to. Writer first.
You're a writer first.
Writer first.
So, are you writing anything now besides stuff for PDB?
Yeah, the full-length play. Actually, I've written about close to 140 pages, 40 pages, and I haven't got an ending. So,
What is that play for, and when will it be staged? What's it about?
we plan to stage it next year, July. It will be our first big-scale production. It's gonna be. Hopefully, it's gonna bring back memories of how theatre was before in Malaysia. Like they had like a 2 weeks run, and it's very extravaganza sort of thing. Like you have big names, not one of those that you have nowadays. Where I mean, kids are fine. It's fine with kids. It's fine. It's just that you need to put more weight in the work. Yeah, that's how I see it, lah. But so that is the plan with PDB. We want to get back all the older generation, the bigger stars. I haven't done stage for a while, and then the director sort of approached me for this. It's a simple script. It's about a unicorn who wanted to be part of Noah's Ark. So I acted with the unicorn last year, and I thought we had a pretty good gig last year, and I thought it's gonna be fun, and I thought the script was gonna be fun, and in many different levels the script is actually quite intelligent. So, but in many different levels, the script can be quite idiotic as well. So it depends on how the director wants it. So I'm just there to have fun. I am Redza Minhat. I don't think I have fans. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for supporting works that I've done. It's very important that you guys keep on supporting works that I've done or I shall be doing instead of supporting me. Because what's important about a performer or an artist is the work, not how they look or how they present themselves in public or even their lifestyle. But anyway, thank you very much. I love all of you. And if you love me too, it's good for you.